The princess ran as fast as she could, till she could run no more, let come what would. She sat upon a stump, with her feet in ice mud, when a horrible sound froze her blood, a roaring scream that ended fast, and a silence followed that did last. The entire frosty forest was silent, and she stood once more to attempt to flee, when suddenly it occurred to her that the knight may have killed the worm. If this were so, then she was free to walk as slowly as she pleased. In fact, she may return to lair, and perchance have the knight carry her, and spark jealousy in the suitors' hearts, jealousy more apt to bring love than darts. Returned her thus to the place where the dragon had brought her. She gave no care to what the knight to her had said. There lay the dragon, obviously dead. His head lay in a pool of blood, which boiled in the earthly mud. But where was the knight to carry her home? Did he go off and leave her here alone? She shook her head, wishing the knight ill for leaving her here to be robbed or killed. How could she get home? Would she just walk? That would give her people something to talk about for years. How dishonorable yet! And not knowing what else to do, she wept. Suddenly, a faint sound she heard, an almost indecipherable word. "Lady." It came from the dragon's head. How so? The dragon's certainly dead. Again the word sounded. She thought she might recognize it as the voice of the knight. Where was he? Hiding behind the beast's head? "Where are you?" the young, fair princess said. Since no answer was proposed to her word, she thought she'd search, and stepped forward. She glanced left and then to her right, and everywhere, looking for the knight, not because she wanted him to see, but to use him to bring the jealousy. When suddenly she saw, in the bloody bed, the knight laying under the dragon's head. The princess's pride fell flat as she gazed upon the knight, and he tried his best to smile at her. But his strength was failing from the weight of the worm. She up to him ran and knelt beside, though the blood swirled like the tide. She touched his head and felt the beating that had struck the knight at their first meeting. "Fair princess," the blue knight spoke, "no, help me not up. I am broke. But you are free, the dragon's dead. And of the suitors, as I said, I would offer my opinion, thus of them all, the one who you does love, is the one who'd not ask you return his love. One who gives all, in all he does. Remember that love is a two-way lane, that he give all you, so you do the same. And together ask for blessing above. Fair one, this is what it means to love." The knight didst not tell the princess that he loved her himself. Secret he kept, to not hurt her more when he left this life, which would be soon. He was crushed in strife. The princess's eyes filled with tears. Was he dying? Her heart felt the fear that her pride had thus destroyed her best suitor. Why did she search for one to suit her? For none other better his description fit than the one who himself didst utter it. And thus, of all the suitors of herself, the knight was the most in love. "Sir," said she, "tremble I to live. I ask you to myself forgive, of all my pride, and ignorance of the fact that with you I was in love. And now I see that you loved I." And she stopped, and again fell to and cried. "I'm sorry," she said. "I have treated you ill. Please forgive me." Said knight, "Of course I will." The blue knight's brown eyes were burning on fire. He felt her pain, something he desired to spare her of by speaking not, of his love and his severed heart. But her words brought comfort in his minute end. To know she in sooth truly loved him was joy to him, and the princess cried, and laying in dragon's blood, he died. The princess returned to her castle fair. She prepared the tomb for her hero there, and made suit to her father, the king of the land, to change the law and allow knights to bend their knees in proposal to a princess there. And the king granted, and proclaimed everywhere, such as she had requested of him. And many a man her hand tried to win. But she was wiser than she'd been before, and sought for the shower of love no more, but looked into each man's eyes and soul to see if he'd give for her sake any worldly possessions he had, and still let her choose whether she would accept him and his woos. And another hero she didst find, who loved her, and she loved throughout all time. And happy they were till the end of days, and they kept their feet firmly skipping the way. And the blue knight slept in his holy tomb, that rested in the castle's womb, and upon the door, for any to read, was this say: Virtuous man here lays, who fought, for love of other, dragon's onslaught brought him low, though he felled his foe, and here his honor shall not end. Remember that love is giving of self, and giving all in sickness and health. As we're told from above, there is no greater love than to lay down one's life for a friend. Alrighty, how does that sound? Sounds good? Audio's running. Let me take those off. Alrighty, and let's go ahead and begin whenever you're ready. I can't turn the page. Right. Tell them that none, save one man more, may enter the door, and I shall choose that one once more. Let's try this again. Stand up, shoulders back, stand out in the crowd. Straighten up. Page turn. The blue knight. Okay, come on, you can do it. All right. I'm gonna burst out laughing again. All right, let's try this again. My lady, tomorrow may I watch over the suitors as they make which was in the tower over top of the roof. Let's try this again. All right. The princess felt that this was the best choice, and giving the knight place to rest, retired to her own bedroom, which was aloof from the pain of the sting of the arrow of Cupid, for yes, he had fallen in love with the princess, driven mad. Let's try this again. She may be forgiving. The penalty for his attempt would be quite severe, and he knew it, yet said, now we need to do the page turn. Alright. He must do his best to bring her to joy in all her full. What? The knight pondered this. Alright. Alright. And the self-sacrifice that with it comes. What? And to feel the castle trembling right down to the flagons in the cellar. No. Princess and dragon out of sight, hating not. Stop recording before the please will keep going. Page turn. Though some dragons keep open half one eye. Let's try this again. That sounded weird. Darn it. Oh, brother. Wait, let's do this one more line, then I'll move the camera. Okay. Page turn. Said she, I thank you, sir. Now for home speed. I said the wrong thing. Hello. Page turn. You're still going, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Cool. Awesome. Page turn. Alright, let me move the camera. Since no answer was... Not because she wanted him to see, but because... No, sorry. No! Why does it do this? I'm sorry, she said. I've treated you ill. Please forgive me. The knight said knight. No. I didn't mean that. Okay, let's redo this one. Page turn. Not bad if I do say so myself.